If you wake up at 3 in the morning, the worst thing you can do is try to fall back asleep. Staring at the ceiling, replaying every mistake you made this week while your heart starts racing, that is a biological trap. And here is the absolute bottom line. The first thing you must stop doing tonight is checking the time. The second you see 3:14 a.m. on your phone, you trigger a neurological cascade that dramatically increases the probability you will stay awake for hours. You aren't just looking at numbers, you are feeding your brain a command to initiate a survival response. Waking up in the middle of the night is actually a normal part of human biology, but staying awake? That is a calculated error your nervous system is making because it senses a threat where there is only silence. Today, we're going to fix that. In a moment, I'm going to give you a 4-step protocol to exit this trap, including a specific cognitive shift highlighted in recent 2024 meta-analyses that changes everything. But before we get to that technique, you have to understand the invisible blood spike that most people deal with every night, and most never fix it. Their productivity drops, and their body stays stuck in a state of chronic hyperarousal. You are not alone in this. Think of your brain's internal alarm system, the amygdala, as being dialed up to a 10, where even a slight change in your heart rate is treated like a full-blown fire drill. Your brain is a world-class survival machine, and right now, it is simply overperforming its duties. It's trying to protect you from a predator that isn't there. This isn't a character flaw, it's a biology problem. And there is one specific mechanism researchers are currently exploring regarding what happens in your blood at 3 a.m. It might be the real reason you keep waking up. I'll explain that in a moment, but first, we need to look at the 60-second danger zone. Our sleep isn't a flat line. It's a series of 90-minute cycles. About 4 hours in, you finish your deepest sleep and move into lighter stages, like REM. This is the danger zone. Your brain is almost as active as it is when you're awake. This is where your reaction in those first 60 seconds can strongly influence the rest of your night. If you reach for your phone, you are hitting your brain with a double dose of alertness. First, the blue light suppresses melatonin, telling your brain the sun has risen. Second, the information, a single notification, triggers dopamine and cortisol. It's like trying to put out a fire by throwing gasoline on the embers. Your body's master clock sees that light and can instantly interfere with the repair processes that should be happening. But why are you waking up in the first place? This brings us to that 2024 physiological insight. Recent research suggests that middle-of-the-night waking is often linked to microscopic fluctuations in your blood sugar. When your glucose levels shift, your brain may trigger a counter-regulatory response, a subtle shot of adrenaline to find fuel. That adrenaline hit is what causes your heart to race. It's a survival signal, telling you something is biologically out of balance. Most people think they are awake because they are stressed, but they are often stressed because their biology woke them up. To understand how to reverse this, we have to talk about adenosine. Think of adenosine as chemical sleep pressure that builds up all day. By 3 a.m., you have already cleared a large portion of that pressure during your first few hours of deep sleep. This means your biological drive to stay asleep is lower than it was at 10 p.m. When you pair low sleep pressure with that adrenaline spike, you get the perfect storm for a long-duration wake-up. So how do we override this? We've built a 4-phase protocol to manually reset these signals. But be careful. Phase 1 is where most people accidentally make things worse. Phase 1 is the immediate response. Do not check the clock. If you do, your brain starts doing deficit math, which triggers the HPA axis, your body's primary stress response. This raises your core temperature and heart rate, making it much harder to fall back asleep. Instead, stay in the dark and focus on your exhale. By making your exhale twice as long as your inhale, you manually activate your vagus nerve. This is the brake pedal of your nervous system. It tells your heart to slow down and signals to your amygdala that the perimeter is safe. Phase 2 is the environmental reset. If you have been awake for more than 20 minutes, research suggests you should actually get out of bed. You want to break conditioned arousal, the mental link between your bed and your anxiety. Your bed must remain a sanctuary for rest, not a place of struggle. Go to another room with very dim, warm light. Do not turn on the big overhead LEDs. Those will instantly kill your remaining melatonin. Sit in a comfortable chair, but do not start a productive task. You are simply waiting for the next sleep gate to open. Our bodies operate on cyclical windows, and by moving, you allow the next window to catch you without the baggage of the last 20 minutes of frustration. Almost nobody knows this next part, and it's where everything changes. Phase 3 is the 2024 cognitive switch. We must give your brain a task that is boring enough to not trigger dopamine, but complex enough to stop the worry loop. A highly effective technique is the cognitive shuffle. When you're stressed, your brain is stuck in analytical, left brain thinking. To sleep, you need to move into the fragmented imagery that occurs right as we drift off. Think of a word like bedtime. Start with B. Visualize a ball, then a bus, then a bird. Don't just say the words, try to see the texture and color of each object. Move to E. Visualize an egg, then an elephant. This scrambles the neural pathways that anxiety uses. You are essentially hacking the entry point of a dream state by feeding your brain the data it expects to see when it's falling asleep. This blocks the stress signal and forces the brain to switch modes. Finally, phase 4 is the physiological pull. Your brain cannot initiate sleep if your core body temperature is too high. Sleep is triggered by a drop in core body temperature. When you are stressed at 3 a.m., you are running hot. Use your time in the dim room to sit in a cool chair or splash some cool water on your face. This can trigger the mammalian dive reflex, which lowers your heart rate instantly. Another trick suggested by research is putting on socks. By warming your feet, you cause vasodilation. Your blood vessels dilate, allowing your core to dump heat faster through your skin. This signals to your brain that it is safe for cellular repair. This matters because your brain's internal cleaning service, the glymphatic system, is at stake. During deep sleep, your brain cells shrink slightly, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to flush out toxic waste. Every hour you spend awake at 3 a.m. is an hour where that cleaning process is less effective. This isn't just about feeling better tomorrow, it's about long-term brain health and cognitive longevity. The practical application starts tonight. If you wake up, stay in the dark. Refuse the phone. If you aren't back under in 20 minutes, move to your reset chair and do the mental scanning exercise. Most people see a measurable improvement within just 3 to 4 nights, and that alone starts breaking the anxiety loop that keeps waking you up. You'll feel a sense of control over your biology that you haven't felt in years. You are a biological organism that requires specific signals to function. Your brain is the most adaptable organ in your body, and it is designed to sleep. We just have to remove the biological obstacles in its way. You don't need a sleep lab, you need a science-backed plan. By refusing to check the clock, you are taking back the keys to your own neurobiology. A quick reality check. We're looking at physiological research here, but everyone's biology is unique. This content is for optimization and educational purposes, not medical diagnosis. If you're dealing with severe insomnia or sleep apnea, use this as a supplement to, not a replacement for, professional medical guidance. Now, I want to hear from you. Which part of the 3 a.m. wake-up is the hardest? Is it the racing thoughts or that physical restlessness? Drop a comment below. If this video helps you sleep even 15 minutes faster tonight, that is hours of your life back this week. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to join our community focused on the science of human performance. Your journey to better sleep continues tonight. I'll see you in the next one.